Ever wish you had like a secret button you could press to instantly calm your mind? Well, today we're going to talk about something that's pretty close. It's called the 5-4-3-2-1 reset trick, and it's a super simple method that does exactly what it says on the tin. Helps calm your brain in about 20 seconds. Let's dive in.
You know those moments, right? When your brain feels like it has a million tabs open. You're trying to juggle everything, work, life, that endless to-do list, and it all just feels like too much. That exact feeling, that sense of being completely overwhelmed, is what we're going to tackle today.
And here's the big promise. I know, it sounds a little too good to be true, but this whole explainer is about a simple, science-backed technique that can genuinely take your mind from total chaos to calm in less time than it takes to check your phone.
So, what's actually going on in your head during those moments? Well, when you feel stressed or anxious, your brain isn't just being dramatic. It's literally flipping a switch into survival mode. It's this deep, primal response where your brain's alarm system basically hijacks the controls from the calm, rational part of your mind.
And this survival mode, well, it triggers some very familiar feelings, doesn't it? Your mind starts racing with all the what-ifs, you might feel that awful tightness in your chest, and your thoughts just feel like a tangled, chaotic mess. If that sounds familiar, it's not just you. It's your biology at work.
So how in the world do we break out of that cycle? The answer is something called the grounding principle. The main idea here is to use your 5 senses, what you can see, touch, hear, smell, and taste, as a kind of mental anchor to pull you out of that internal storm and back to the solid ground of the present moment.
You know how that chaotic spiral of stress just feeds on itself? Well, the quickest, most effective way to stop it dead in its tracks is to consciously shift your brain's attention to the physical world right around you. You're essentially changing the channel in your head from anxiety overload to calm and present. And this is the method itself. It's a simple countdown that walks you right through your senses. You're going to find 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 you can hear, 2 you can smell, and 1 you can taste. Ready? Let's walk through it together.
All right, we start our countdown with the number 5, focusing on our most powerful sense, sight.
Go ahead, look around you right now. Don't analyze, don't judge, just silently name 5 things you see. Could be the lamp on your desk, a book, the color of the wall, a plant, anything. This simple little action immediately starts pulling your focus away from the stress inside and onto the world outside.
Next up in our countdown, we move to the number 4. This time, we're going to engage our sense of touch.
Okay, now, bring your awareness to what you can feel. Identify 4 things. Maybe it's the texture of your clothes, the smooth, cool screen of your phone, the warmth of your own hands, or the solid feeling of your feet on the floor. Actually notice the sensations. This is what really deepens that grounding effect. Continuing on down, our next number is 3. And for this one, we're just going to listen.
If it helps, close your eyes for just a second and listen. What are 3 distinct sounds you can pick out? Maybe it's the low hum of your computer, traffic outside, or hey, maybe it's the super quiet sound of your own breathing. Just tune into the soundscape around you.
We are almost there. Let's move on to number 2 and focus on our sense of smell. Now, this one can be a little subtle sometimes, but just try to notice 2 things you can smell right now. It might be the faint scent of coffee from this morning, the soap on your hands, or just the smell of the air in the room. Just bring your awareness to it. And here's a fantastic little tip if you're thinking, I can't smell anything. Don't even worry about it. Just imagine your favorite scents. Think about fresh-cut grass, or baking cookies, or the ocean. What's amazing is your brain reacts to that imagined smell in pretty much the same calming way it does to a real one. And that brings us to the end of our countdown. Finally, we land on number 1.
For the last step, focus on just one thing you can taste. And no, you don't have to go eat something. It could be the lingering taste of the coffee you had, or maybe you can take a sip of water. Or you can simply become aware of the natural taste inside your own mouth. This is the final anchor.
And that's it. Look at this shift. In less than a minute, you've guided your brain from that frantic survival mode with all its racing thoughts and chaotic feelings into clarity mode. Suddenly, you have focus, and you feel like you're back in control. That's the real power of this reset.
So when should you use this? Seriously, keep this tool in your back pocket for any time you start feeling stressed, anxious, or just plain overwhelmed. It's especially perfect for when you're stuck in an overthinking loop or you feel like your emotions are about to boil over.
The reason this technique works so incredibly well is because you're giving your brain a simple, clear job. Instead of letting it spin out on a million abstract worries, you're giving it concrete, sensory instructions. You're basically telling that alarm system in your brain to stand down by giving the thinking part a task it can actually focus on. A calm brain really is a focused brain.
So now you have this simple, incredibly powerful tool that you can use anywhere, anytime. It costs absolutely nothing, and it takes just a few seconds. So really, the question isn't whether it works. The question is, how are you going to use it to find your calm?